We usually reserve all our la'nah and curses for Yazid, but we need to also reserve them for Muawiyah, because he was the real evil. He was the source of all that evil. He was the father of Yazid, who had made this treaty with Imam Hassan alayhi salam that he will not appoint his successor. After Muawiyah, Hassan would be the caliph, and if something happens to Hassan, Hussein would be the caliph. It was written in that treaty, which Muawiyah never respected any of its clauses. And what did he do? In his life, he started to garner support for his son Yazid to be his successor as the caliph. And his own caliphate, the caliphate of Muawiyah, was what? How was it acquired? Through fraud, through oppression, through war, through bloodshed, through cunning, dirty, nasty politics. It was not a legitimate caliphate in itself. And then he appointed Yazid to be his successor while he was still alive. In the year 60, in the month of Rajab, Muawiyah passed away in Damascus. Before he died, he called Yazid and he said his final wasiyah, will, to Yazid, and said to him, "Oh, my son, I have spared you the trouble of paving the way for your succession to the caliphate. I have humbled the enemies for you. I have subjugated the Arabs and created a consensus among them, consensus about your caliphate, your succession. However, there are 4 individuals who I fear that they will oppose you in this matter." And then he mentioned those 4 individuals: Abdullah ibn Umar, Abdurrahman ibn Abi Bakr, Abdullah ibn Zubayr, and Hussein ibn Ali. Then he described those individuals. He said, Abdullah ibn Umar, he is mostly concerned with worship, and he will eventually give the oath of allegiance to you under no other influences. He will do that. Abdurrahman ibn Abi Bakr, he will do what his companions suggest to him, and he's mostly interested in women and worldly pleasures. So, not that significant either. Hussein ibn Ali, the Iraqis will not stop calling upon him until he starts to revolt against you. If he comes out against you, if he does so, you should fight him and overpower him. And after that, forgive him, because he enjoys the kinship and a great claim. Now, this sounds a bit strange. Muawiyah, who hated the Ahlul Bayt, who got Imam Hassan poisoned and all that, using these kind of soft words for Imam Hussein, saying that don't kill him, that be kind to him, he enjoys the kinship and a great claim and all that. Now, in my point of view, there can be 2 reasons for that. First, he was such a cunning man. He thought of hundreds of years ahead in time. Maybe he said this in public to get it documented that, you see, Muawiyah never wanted to kill Hussein. Used these kind sort of words, but in private told Yazid to be harsh on Imam Hussein and kill Imam Hussein. This could be one point of view. However, the second point of view, and my point of view, is that he was really shrewd and cunning, and he really understood the Shias and the Kufans and the whole situation very well, and he understood the maqam and the status of Hussein very well. He was so wise that he genuinely did not want Yazid to kill Hussein, because the martyrdom of Hussein would become the greatest source of the revolution's dignity, integrity, anything and everything that is good and has to do with human freedom and dignity. And Muawiyah genuinely just wanted Yazid to overpower Imam Hussein and just keep him sort of under control, and that's it. This is my point of view. The fourth individual, he says, Abdullah ibn Zubair. So explicitly Muawiyah says to Yazid, Abdullah ibn Zubair, the one who will lie in ambush like a lion and dupe you like a sly fox, is Abdullah ibn Zubair. He will pounce on you whenever he got the opportunity. So you should fight him and then tear him into pieces. So this was the final will of Muawiyah.